Hello. So I am alive. Um, I was like really sick the past week to the point where like I had this really like weird infection, and today is the first day. Actually, the past couple hours have been the only couple hours that my throat doesn't even hurt, and I can talk like normally, and it doesn't like ail me from like anything because I feel kind of normal again. It's been a long 7 days. I've had to call out 4 days of work and it's been awful. Well, I went to work one day. Okay, I didn't call out 4 days, I called out 3 days. One day I went into work and then I almost puked on a customer. And then I ended up puking in the break room and I had to go home early. I was only there for 15 minutes too. Whoops. Um, yeah, and it's the holidays too. So, to anyone that knows me, sorry you're not getting much for Christmas because I got no hours and I'm getting no money because I was sick. But I took antibiotics. I had some weird infection. It was mainly in my throat and it was like weird. I was like running a fever, puking. I had like flu symptoms and I had cold symptoms, but I had a like really, it felt like I had fucking strep throat too. I don't know, but I lived to tell the tale and I'm alive. Kind of. So I look like shit, and I have not combed my hair at all. I cut it a little bit, but I haven't combed it, and I'm wearing like no makeup, and my room is a disaster, but I'm here. So there's a lot on my mind. I've been feeling like really depressed. My doctor decided, well, sorry, not my doctor. My psychiatrist doctor dude at my mental hospital place decided it would be a good idea to change my antidepressants again. But I'm very skeptical about taking them. I think he put me on a weird dosage of Effexor. So now he's weaning me off of the Celexa, which he put me on 2 months ago, after he weaned me off the Paxil, which I was on for 2.5 years. But obviously it wasn't working because my suicide ideation was so bad and I was so depressed and self-harm, blah, blah, blah. So, put me on Celexa. I got worse, but also other things in my life had changed, which made it also worse. My life has really progressively gone downhill the past 2 months, especially mentally for me. I was put in the psych ward 2 times. Almost Baker acted a week ago just because I self-harmed for the first time in like a couple weeks. And someone at the hospital like freaked out over it and was like, you need to be put back upstairs. And I'm like, no. And I was told I either have to go back voluntarily or they were going to Baker act me. Like, they were not going to let me leave the building that day. And I was terrified because I'm like, no. Like, yeah, I got shit to do. I got work. Um, but things have just been really bad. I've been really depressed and really suicidal, but I don't want to self-harm because, long story, I don't want to self-harm for the wrong reasons. I'm trying to get my ex back, which is hard. He said that he won't take me back if I continue to self-harm, which, I mean, like, I don't even know if, should I even really, like, try to get him back? Probably not. So, like, I've just been not self-harming because I don't, if I ever do see him in, like, recent times, which I haven't, but, like, if I do, which I'm hopefully planning to this upcoming week, I don't want him to, like, see any marks or anything, so it's for the wrong reasons, but at least I'm not doing it, even though I really have been contemplating it. Like, I've just been like, fuck it, I want to do it, but I haven't, so yay, no self-harm. But I haven't really been eating. Also, I mean, like, I've been sick, so I haven't had any appetite, and, like, my throat's hurt, so it's hard to swallow anything. But I've been sick, so I'm using that as an excuse, but I also have been starving myself a lot the past month, And now I'm officially almost 100 pounds. I don't know how, but I'm almost 100 pounds, which is like really not healthy with my eating disorder, because another thing, my ex wants me to gain weight, like 15 pounds. He says I'm like way too thin and it's like really unhealthy, and his exact words were I look like a anorexic crackhead, which is like pretty much true. I literally get people asking me like if I do drugs and stuff all the time, and I have to tell them like, no, I don't do any drug. I don't even do weed. Shit, like, come on. Why would I do like other drugs? But people always ask me why I'm so thin, or like I always have customers making comments. My primary care doctor, made many comments about my weight. I always have people commenting on my weight, and it's so frustrating because it's like, stop. I can't really control it. And like, I mean, I can obviously, but I can't control how I feel about my weight. How I feel about my body and my weight is totally different than like what other people see. What I see in the mirror over there is not what you see when you see me. Like when I look in the mirror, I just see, okay, well, all the fat parts, and it's body dysmorphia at its finest, but it's what I have. And I'm tired of people shitting on me and being like, just go eat a cheeseburger. Like, fuck you. Even if I ate a cheeseburger, it wouldn't do anything to me. Probably would just throw it up, because I don't eat meat anyway, or dairy for that matter, so why the fuck would I go eat a cheeseburger? And then there's people going, oh, well, you only are trying to go vegan because you're eating disorder. I had another woman who was in my group therapy, and she actually got like kicked out. But she's not trying to go vegan too, and her doctor literally won't let her because of her eating disorder, which is so fucked up and like stupid, but at the same time I do understand it, because she has very bad anorexia. She actually ended up having to Baker Act herself the night before last. I feel very worried for her, but I understand, like, I relate. And I'm at a point now where, should I try to gain weight and like hate myself for it, but like try to make everyone happy? It's so hard to just force myself to eat food. Like, it's really hard to not want to like look at what I'm eating, and if it's, I don't know, counting calories is something I like managed to stop doing once I tried to become vegan, but I'm afraid I'll like start that up again if I'm trying to gain weight, which I don't know. I didn't plan on losing so much weight, but it like happened, and so now I feel so accomplished, because my goal a couple of years ago was to be 100 pounds. Here I am now. And I know people always said, well, are you just gonna keep going after that? Like, I had people in my life saying, are you actually just gonna stay at 100 and be happy with it, or do you want to lose more? You're always gonna want to lose more. And with an eating disorder, it's true, because nothing is ever going to feel satisfying for you. You're never gonna feel thin. Like, here I am basically at 100 pounds, literally just like 2 pounds away from being 100 pounds, and I still don't feel thin. So yeah, I do want to lose more weight. My mind is telling me I need to lose more weight. When I look in the mirror, I see that I'm not thin and I just need to lose more weight. But I know people around me are not going to let that happen, which is really unfortunate. I don't know. And then also there's a part of me that just thinks, well, if I just lose a whole bunch of weight and cut myself again and everything, then eventually it'll just kill me, and I won't have to be around for anything, so that'd be pretty cool. But people in my group therapy tell me that starving yourself isn't a good form of dying, so like no one's supportive, which I mean, like, duh, I understand. I mean, like, that's not the way I really want to go out, but it's just annoying that everyone's on my case about it. Like, I made my we have SMART goals in therapy, and my SMART goal was to eat a meal a full meal each day. And people like thought it was funny, like, haha, you can't even eat a meal, what? Like, that's ridiculous. I haven't followed through on my SMART goal. It's been 2 weeks. Like, I've eaten like maybe 2 full meals, not even, in the past 2 weeks. Like, I just nibble on something and then like that'll be it. It'll not be a meal. I can't eat full meals. Like, I just have issues with it. So there's me and my eating disorder aspect of me that's been tearing me apart lately, alongside with my depression. My agoraphobia and my anxiety, though, on the other hand, have been improving. So that is one thing I'm proud of. But I feel really stupid because I have not taken my new antidepressant that my doctor wants me to take. He has me on two doses a day of this Effexor crap, which I don't know if I trust it, because he wants me to try a new drug classification or whatever, new drug class, because apparently the ones that are Paxil and Celexa and blah blah blah, those are not working. But there's like a mood stabilizer to it, so I'm just like, I don't know if I really want to try that. So I'm skeptical of taking my new antidepressants, and when he asks me this week, like, oh, how are they? Have you been taking them? I'm probably just gonna be honest and be like, I haven't taken them. I'm too afraid. But the fact that I know, I can feel it in my body that I haven't taken any antidepressants, because I feel a lot more depressed. And it just sucks, basically. Yeah, my anxiety and my agoraphobia is getting better. My safe zone has expanded tremendously for me, which is good. I almost made it out of my county. Well, I mean, my county is not that big, but still, for me, that's like a huge deal. And I can make it past my city now, and my safe zone is expanding a lot, and I don't even feel anxious when going to places that are like not necessarily technically in my safe zone, and I made places that were not my safe zone now in my safe zone, so it's like all super cool, and I'm just trying and working really hard on my agoraphobia and my anxiety and safe zones and all that. And so far I've been succeeding a lot in the past month, and I'm so proud of myself. And I've been driving. Driving was my biggest fear, and I've been driving a lot around other cars. It doesn't even scare me anymore. It doesn't even give me anxiety. So that part of me, I should feel proud of myself. I'm not, but whatever. I'm accomplishing things there. As for my depression, I'm not doing any better, and I'm doing actually a lot worse. So yeah, it's like 1:30 in the morning, and I need to sleep because I work in the morning, and I don't want to go. I don't even want to sleep. I just don't want to do anything because I have no motivation. But enough about me. There's my update, I guess. Bye.